Hello everybody, Deer here, I'm Deer, that's me, I know, pretty crazy, pretty cool. And have you ever been searching YouTube and you just find a really weird looking short, just an extremely weird looking short that is like really bad to be on YouTube? Yeah, I have as well, and today that's what we're gonna look at, and so we're gonna see how much those people make, because honestly, sometimes it irritates me that they even get to make money by making slop and, unnecessarily sexualized content on YouTube. So that's what we're gonna look at. Let's get right in, shall we? All right, here we are, and this is in fact the second time that this person has been on my channel. I know, that is kind of crazy, but we're gonna do two people today. All right, this is the first one because I actually have done this person before with a friend, and just to see out of pure curiosity. But now it's for learning purposes. That's crazy, isn't it? So we're gonna go over here, and we're gonna go to popular 97. What are we doing? Get that bread, gang. We stay up. Anyways, as you can see, as I'm going through here, that these animations are purely disgusting for kids to be watching. And what I mean by kids, yes, this is primarily this is a kid's game. Hold on. The girl in the blue area, yeah, that is from a kid's game on Roblox, may I add. And they did do a lot of digital circus as well. That's literally a Roblox head. So, it kind of it makes me feel weirded out that I'm even looking at this stuff. But as you can see, pure Gooner content. That's Hatsune Miku. Okay, that's another, whatever, man. So wait, did I miss it? Am I missing something? Are you sure? Oh, here we are. All right. So, so if I go to popular and then go all the way down, they have a members only button right here. So in this area and in this area, as you can, they probably have around 80,000 members. 80,000 members. That's insane. All right? Because, okay, so if we go back up here, they have 80,000 members. Remember that, all right? If we go up here, press join, which obviously I'm not going to, it's $5 a month, right? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, go to the calculator here, and then we're going to say, 80,000, so that's one, so sorry, 2, 3, so that's 80 and then 1,000, yeah. All right, so that's 80,000 times, so that's 80,000 times 5, right? Right. I'm not wrong here yet. If I do get lost out of track, then that's fine. Please correct me in the comments. That's $400,000 a month. So we're already at a really high area, which is insane. But yeah, that's $400,000 a month. Not actually though. Not actually. Hold on. So what is 70% of 400,000? So, which is $280,000 a month. That's still insane. You could buy a house a month with that, dude. That's actually crazy. Okay, but we're not done yet. So, this person in particular, as you can see, their oldest average about 10 million to like around 10 million, right? So that would be a rough estimate. That's what we're here to get. A rough estimate of how much money they're making. Correct? Correct. All right. So let's say they make around so how much money does 10 million views get you on YouTube Shorts? All right. So 10 million views, around $1,123. But it can fluctuate, yada yada. whatever. Which, yeah, that's fine. So they, yeah, you know, it's not too much, but then again, it is YouTube Shorts. So let's say they get about that much per month, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do we don't need this anymore, I don't think, because we have what we're gonna actually have right here. So what well, shut up. So what we're gonna do over here is we're going to get 1,123. So 1,123 times 12 equals 13,476. No, not a month. Sorry, a year. 13,476 a year. So yeah. Sorry. Apologies. And then we're going to get 70% of this because YouTube takes 70% away. Is $9,433.2, which isn't a lot, you know, for a YouTuber. Sorry, it is actually a lot but that is a year by a year's standards. So we're going to add 94,9433 plus 9433.2 cents. 0.20 cents equals 289,433.2. Now, I have checked this person's you know, their Instagram, their stuff like that. They don't do like any specialties, like any promos. Sorry, they don't do any like promos. So, actually, believe it or not, with this big of a fan base, you're gonna want to be selling some merch. And I found out where. All right. So we're gonna go over here. All right. So they've got a plushie, right? All right. That's fine. This specific place, you know, this isn't even a part of the branding. I couldn't care any less. This specific, golly, have their stuff is about $35 each, right? Golly, $35 each, which isn't too bad for a plushie. I will say, it's not that bad. Ugh. So $35, and let's say, I don't know. So it's actually not up anymore. So let's say the process is about 2 months. And so maybe 100,000, I'd like to say, bought a plushie, right? So let's do, this is where most of the money comes from, right? So let's say in 2 months, 100,000 people bought it. No, that doesn't sound right. 50,000 people. Yeah, let's bring it down some, you know. So 50,000 people, right? So 50,000 times $35. So that's $1,750,000. So we're gonna add that to our money, right? So it was over here, right? Yeah. All right. So 175,000 plus 175,000. So we have $2,039,433.2. You know, let's. Oh, I should have taken it. Okay. You know, we're only here for rough estimates, right? We don't know the shares. That's not public knowledge. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I don't really care. Either way, that's a lot of money. However, this specific person is based in Japan. So we're going to we're gonna put this many American dollars into yen to see how much it is. So $0.2 into yen. So 294,814,345.09 Japanese yen. You are a millionaire. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that's still a lot for making Gooner content. You're making Gooner content being a billionaire. Dude. Now, the reason why I did put it from American dollars into, oh, that's not important, because, in the region of America, things are currently increasing higher in price. So I had to be, let's say that you buy locally sourced items. Boom. So you almost make $300 million a year. That's insane to me. Honestly, that's crazy. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm quite scared. I'm pretty sure I have done this incorrectly because I am really tired right now. But let's move on to our next person, shall we? So here we are at this person. I doubt that they do have any members only content. But as you can tell, this stuff is not for kids. They even made a joke about it in their banner, demonetization. It's like they're telling you to get off of the platform. Anyways, we're gonna see if I can find out how many memberships this person has, because I don't think I can figure it out. They have so much stuff to get. Okay, well, they're based in South Korea. I now know that. But in every last thing, you can see boobs. Yep. It's just... That one's literal. I might actually have to censor that. That's literally not even... Like, dude, some of these are kids, man. This is gross. This is gross. And the other person was kind of nasty. You're just gross. All right. We're going to see if I can... How much money do you... Holy... Okay. So... It doesn't say... They're all just... They're... Alright. Well, obviously I can't read it. But I guess this is just to support the creator since, Ooh. Alright, so you have a lot of ways of payment. We're going to try to see how much money this person makes. Right, guys? Right. So, I don't know exactly how many members they have, since they don't have really any things. Any members, which, I can see why. If you put literally in there... If you put it in the chest will get bigger. Dude. Be for real right now, man. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna go over and see. Alright. So monthly earnings and this much. And yearly earnings, right? That's a lot. Honestly, that is quite a bit for what you are doing. Honestly, just stop. Have you ever thought about that? You could do something entirely else. So, views from the last 30 days is that. Jeez, man. What are you doing, dude? Anyways, so they got that. That kind of just, that kind of just helps me out a lot here, mostly. But, however, let's say $5 from here and $5 from here each. Actually, $5 from everything each. $15. And let's time that. Let's times 15 times 1,000, which is 15,000. Shouldn't have needed a calculator for that, but whatever. So 15,000 on top of this. So let's go down to 10,000. No, 5,000. So you earn about 20,000 a year. However, if you put the memberships into there, you have... All right, so... so let's take memberships into accountability. Right, that's what we were doing. So, I don't know. Honestly, I'm pretty sure all this shows is ad revenue. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it only shows ad rev. So what we're gonna try to do is just get a rough estimate. By my guess, since you're not a big channel, I'm going to think that you have about 3,000 members. Let's think high. Nope. No. 8,000. I think you might have 8,000 members, about. So, since you have 8,000 members, that's kind of a lot, man. This will be a rough estimate. Don't fact check me on this. We are going to go over here and look at all these options. Obviously, you can see all of these, and then boom, you get a lot of stuff. End credit. You get end credit stuff. End credit. End credit again. Wow. Anyways, let's say, I don't know. They usually go for here. 8,000. No, actually, let's only go for 10 to get a better rough estimate. So that's 8,000 times 10 times 10, which is 80,000, and then 80,000. Oh wait, actually, hold on. 70% of 80,000. So that's $56,000. So that's 56,000, and then let's do 70%. So yeah, 70% of 20,000, 14,000. So add those together, you get 60,000, right? No, 70,000. Sorry, you get $70,000 per month, I think. Yeah, $70,000 per month. Now, this person is currently in Korea. So we're gonna take $70,000, $70,000 into Korean won. 98 million Korean won. I don't know why GOONER artists are apparently millionaires, but I guess they are. Anyways, everyone should start making me a millionaire because I'm so awesome cool. And that will be the end of the video. Please become a member today if you want to support the channel, seriously. And please subscribe. It would mean the absolute world. I don't think I said that in the first place. Please do it. Should say it without go. Anyway, you should do it without me saying it. Please, I'm begging you. Pretty please with a cherry on top. Anyways, I hope you had. I certainly had fun. This was a blast to show that GOONER artists are getting tons of money. Anyways, help these people get off of YouTube forever and ever. Please subscribe, all that good stuff. See you next video. See you next stream. Goodbye. Also, like the video.